Beverly says some LinkedIn Easy Apply jobs have a spot to upload a cover letter or a note to the hiring manager. What is your suggestion on how to handle if the field is not required?
Yeah, that's completely up to you whether you want to send something. Like I said, I don't know. What we tell you to do is if there's not a spot for cover letters, then you should always have a copy of your resume with the cover letter in that particular copy. So in other words, have your resume and then the last page of your resume be a cover letter. And yes, I did say last page. That is the opposite of what you have been taught in the past, meaning that your resume would go on top. But with the ATS systems, you actually want it on the bottom, because if there's something in that cover letter that ATS can't read, it will always start at the top of a document. And if something blocks it from going through the ATS, it won't even get to your resume. So you'll just be knocked out of the system and you won't know it. But if you put it on the bottom, at least the whole resume will get scanned first, as long as you're submitting an ATS proof resume. And then if it does get hung up on the cover letter, oh well. Because we know that probably 90% of the hiring managers and recruiters don't read cover letters, but there are some old school that still want cover letters. You usually don't know whether they want it, so it's just to err on the side of caution and send one. If they don't read it, they don't read it, but at least they've gotten it. So we tell you to have a copy saved that has your cover letter in it, and then have a copy that doesn't. So in that case, if there's a place to upload a cover letter, I would always do that. As far as notes to them, if you don't have anything different to say than what's already in your resume and so forth, then I wouldn't waste their time with anything. I would just leave that blank. The only time you would want to put a note in there is if you're trying to tell them something that's not in your actual paperwork.